Hello there, how you doing? If you're watching this video, you are most likely just opened up your Football Index account or you're thinking about doing so, okay? There's also a slim chance you might be an existing subscriber just watching this, maybe because you're bored or want a refresher or something, okay? But for the kind of audience this is intended for, you're either brand new, just opened up your account there or thereabouts, or you're potentially looking at the index as something you may want to jump into. And in this first little kind of bite-sized little intro, we're basically just going to cover the ground rules and the basics that you need to know as you open your account, before you open your account, whatever. Okay. Now, if you're in the position where you've not actually opened up your account yet, you've maybe had friends or somebody talk to you about it, you've heard it on the radio or whatever it might be. There's a refer a friend bonus that you can find here. This is the app on Android. So you go to account, you hit refer a friend. You can ask any of your friends to just press that copy link and text it to you. And then when you're opening up your account, you put this code in, you get £10, and they get £10 free of charge. Okay, we'll go over the conditions of this later on. Okay, but it's a free £10 add-on basically for you straight away. Okay, now the first thing we're going to be covering on this little bite-sized intro is the basic terminology and the basics to earning money. Okay, now the most obvious one, if you watch the screen now, these green bars, is people buying stock, and as you can see all the little green numbers just next to them, that's how much they've risen in the last 24 hours. Okay, so that's what you call capital appreciation. Okay, or their prices went up. Okay, or they're flying, or whatever you want to call it. That is the most obvious way. You buy any of these players at a cheaper price, and at some point some event has happened in the world, they're in the press, they're doing well, they're linked for transfer, they're back from injury, their team's qualified for Europe, could be, and they've had an international call up, could be any number of things. Okay, the less obvious and slightly more confusing to some methods is through dividends. Okay, now we have a little breakdown of the absolute basics here. Okay, so each player that you buy, every share, you can call it a share, a future, a hold, whatever you want. Okay, has a maximum shelf life of 3 years, right? So if you buy it today, you can hold that for 3 full years, and you never need to sell it, you never need to look at it, and it'll earn you all the eligible dividends that it can gain for you. Okay, if you were to buy, there's a good example on the terms and conditions page, but let's say you bought 10 Messi today, right? And you then bought, and in 2 years from now you bought another 10, and then in 2 years and 11 months from now you sold 10, then that 10 you're left with isn't classed as being 3 years old, it'll be classed as being less than a year old, if that makes sense. There's a much better visual example you'll find on the Football Index terms and conditions page. They outline that quite clearly for you. Okay, the first 30 days that you purchase anything, you're entitled to IPDs, in-play dividends. Okay, and again on the app there's a lovely little nice easy breakdown for you, which just shows you exactly what that is. Okay, so at the moment we have a treble media day, and you can see the positions there, how much they earn you in pounds and pence. You've got a single match day, a double match day, and you can see the criteria for that. A single match day is 1 to 4 eligible matches, a double match day is 5 to 14 eligible matches, a treble, you can see they're 15 plus or a European quarter final or higher, and then you have so sorry, let me go 2 steps back. That's not IPDs, that's your media and your performance buzz, I beg your pardon. And then you've got your in-play dividends at the bottom, where a goal for a midfielder or a forward will net you 1 pence, a goal for a defender or a goalkeeper will net you 2 pence. Any position gets an assist, it's a penny, and if you get a clean sheet, it's a penny as well. Okay, and yeah, these are the what we call media and performance buzz. Okay, so the first 30 days, and this is always quite crucial. Normally throughout the season, we've now basically wrapped the season up. Okay, but when you buy somebody, especially if you're going to be holding them longer, that first 30 days of IPDs can be crucial and can be very profitable. Okay, so it's always worth taking that into consideration. Okay, for the entire lifetime you earn PB, performance buzz, and MB, media buzz. Okay, now every match day that we've got here, single, double, and treble, there will always be, as you can see at the far right there, a media winner. Whoever's top on media will always get paid out. Okay, media runs 365 days of the year. Sometimes it's just a single, sometimes it's a treble, and then come the day of the Champions League final this year, the 1st of June, they will be launching a Media Madness thing, which might, by the time you're watching this, depending on when it is, might become a much more normal facet of the game or of the platform. Okay, but as it stands now, this is what we have. Okay, You can quick sell a player at any time back to the index for the price shown, okay? And this is what you'll see people refer to as the spread, okay? So if you look at Zaha at the top of the page there, you can buy him right now for 217, but you can also sell him right now for £2.10, okay? Now that is you selling it back to Football Index. You're pressing that red button, quick sell, and you're actioning it, you confirm it, the money comes into your account, minus the commission, which we'll get onto in a moment. But you also have the ability to hit that sell button, and then you put onto join the market. I'll show you on my other one. Sorry, I forget the actual wording of it. But so let's just say Kante, you hit sell, and then go to market with it. So when you go to market, you're selling it to the users of Football Index, and they will pay the price that you see here in blue, or in blue. Okay, so that's the difference, okay, that you need to understand. They're selling to Football Index and they're selling to other people, okay? Instant sell you can do whenever you want, okay? But for somebody to buy it off you, there normally needs to be a set of circumstances around that to stimulate the growth for someone to come and buy them off you, okay? So timing, as you'll see as we go on, will be pertinent, okay? And then the last thing is the commissions. Every sale you make, an instant sale or a market sale, you take off whatever you've sold them for. So you've sold your Zaha for £2.17, 2% of that, which will equate to about 5 pence. Depend on the scale, that we're selling. If you're just selling one, it'll be 5 pence that you pay to Football Index. So your balance would be 217 minus 2%. £2.12 is what you would get into your balance if you sold them to the market, and if you instant sold them, it's the same maths but on a smaller figure against the spread, okay? And that is the basic fundamentals, the first things you need to know and understand as best as you can as you open up your portfolio in your account before you plot any of your moves, okay? Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.